said that he got that teammate from got that nickname from a teammate when he was doing active duty Marines, and he says he was a drill instructor in the Marine Corps in Paris Island, and it kind of just all culminated. Now doing jiu-jitsu very heavily, went to MMA, and now we are sitting at 3-1 with the possibility of a championship in the possession of Billy McNair. What do you have to say about the likes of Billy McNair, somebody that has, like how you said, had a heavy martial arts kind of, he went deep, he went right into the deep end, as they say. He went straight into going into jiu-jitsu tournaments. He was only doing it for a little bit, and then bam, he does his first ever fight right after his coach kind of asked him and got forced into it. And you kind of were a little bit of the same, correct?
Yeah, sometimes that's what you have to do at a certain age. He's 20 years old. It is now or never. You have to be able to jump into the deep side of the pool and have faith that you're going to be coming out all right and doing pretty well. And he looks absolutely jacked.
Yes, the physique of Major Payne is nothing that nobody wouldn't envy, because wow, this man is absolutely ripped. Coming out of Mexican Jiu-Jitsu. As we look for Jonathan Tovar to make his way to the cage.
He does that shit at practice. And with a big entrance, Johnny Tovar, the Bull.
What do you think about the Purge music being used for the entrance there?
Oh, I love it, man. He's a great showman and wearing a luchador mask.
You said he wears that in practice, right?
He wears that in practice, and we make fun of him for it, but he decided to wear it out tonight.
Hey, you know, you can't knock him for it, and he looks to carry that with a confidence here as he looks to climb to 3-1 and possibly gain that welterweight championship in his possession here tonight with a big victory against the likes of Billy McNair.
And he's kind of a off character, almost Tony Ferguson-esque type of fighter, but he's smiling between rounds. He is smiling at the beginning of the fight. He enjoys the pain, enjoys the fights. It's only very unique to him and Tony.
Someone that can attest to this. I was speaking to him before in the lead up to the event, and he seemed to be very, very carefree. He did not seem to be like he was going to be fighting in a cage in a couple hours, which is often not the case, especially like how we said in the amateur MMA scene, as it looks to be like he has a lot of fan support here at the Elite Fitness Center.
And have you seen that belt, man? That belt is beautiful. All black Batman belt.
Brought to you by CEO Frenchies. It is 3 rounds of mixed martial arts action for the vacant Bakersfield Combat 170-pound championship. Refereeing when the action begins, the John Toro. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, hailing from Yuma, Arizona, by way of Charlotte, North Carolina. He represents Yuma Top Team. He weighs in at 170.3 pounds. He holds a mixed martial arts record, 3 big wins, opposite only 1 defeat. Major Payne, Billy McNair. His opponent across the cage in the red corner hails all the way from Bakersfield, California. He represents Beautiful MMA. He weighed 169.5 pounds. He holds a mixed martial arts record, 2 big wins, only 1 defeat. El Toro, Jonathan Santore.
am excited for this fight.
Yes.
I cannot explain to you the nervousness I feel about this one.
This one should be a fun one. Jonathan Tovar, 2 years removed from his last fight with Thomas Slav Smith, a victory that he received with a submission. And this should be a fun one here,
And
Rafael.
look at Johnny smiling at the beginning of the round.
Just like how you stated, very carefree nature as he opens up this one with a leg kick and trying to find the range here against major pain, Billy McNair.
And another southpaw fighter versus a right-hander. And one thing I noticed, Billy is trying to make this a wrestling match.
Yes, it seems to be that, I mean, Billy is showing that jiu-jitsu, like how we said, that jiu-jitsu knowledge that he has, trying to get that body lock here on the top of Johnny Tovar. And what do you say, what are some words of advice that you would have for Tovar if you were in the corner trying to assist him to get out of this position?
He honestly needs to start digging for underhooks, either pressing the head up or down and getting head positioning. Right now, he was able to get that left underhook. He has to be able to turn around and get him in the fence and break free.
A good knee to help assist getting out of the hands of major pain. McNair, the active duty Marine, looking to apply some early pressure against the cage here against the likes of El Toro, Johnny Tovar.
Good knee. Right now, he almost has his hands clasped. Billy McNair looks to get his first takedown.
Billy McNair in the black trunks with the blue gloves taped, and Johnny Tovar in the white trunks with the red tape. As Billy McNair looks to slide into the side position of the El Toro Tovar.
Right now, let's see what they're able to do. Who's able to battle for position? This is kind of a 50-50, but looks like Billy almost got into side control there.
That side control position, possibly a favorite of McNair. It's one that you have seen in his previous bouts, him try to get to, but referee Tooley may have to go ahead and hop in this one here if there is no action being performed by the likes of McNair. But Tovar able to get back to his feet here and apply some pressure to the, oh wow.
As of right now, Johnny needs to learn how to move his hip to the side of the cage and spread his legs. A little bit more open, wide base so he doesn't get taken down so consistently.
Like how you said, get those underhooks underneath and possibly get these butterfly hooks in, man. Get those ankles in between the legs of the likes of McNair, because it just seems like McNair is just putting the pressure on Tovar at the moment.
Currently, he has great control, but we have to see how he's able to work with that.
And like how I stated, referee John Tooley may have to hop in here if there is no activity being performed in there. The third man in the cage may have to go ahead and separate these gentlemen if there is nothing being worked on. As you just heard him ring, hey, go ahead and work in there, McNair.
You have to be able to work. If not, you will be picked up for stalling. But it looks like the 10-second count is about to come, and the first round is about to end.
McNair raining some ground and pound strikes on Tovar as the round commences, and the first round is underway here in our co-main event.
What adjustments do you see that anybody needs to make, Michael?
I would say Billy McNair, he's doing a great job. Possibly needs to try and finish this fight though. He seems like how you said, to be manhandling the positioning aspect of the game here against El Toro Tovar. I think he could possibly work into an armbar, work into a head and arm choke, something of that sort, because he's seeming to get that arm every single time he's sliding into a side position. Would you agree there?
He's having very high success with that takedown and getting into positioning, but he's holding the position instead of attacking. But that might be his game plan. But today's judges have not been too fair with the wrestlers.
That is very true. Tovar has been also applying that pressure on the stand-up. He has been doing a good job of tagging McNair when the opportunities have been there, but Tovar definitely does need to do a little bit of in the defense department if he looks to make these Bakersfield Combat crowd fans forget about that last fight that just occurred and get the record back into the win column here for the 6-6
fighters have to have a short memory, you know. Next round is a whole new round.
And how is something like that for you as a fighter to try and forget that? Like, if you are down a round, what are some things that you possibly do to just be like, hey, let's go on to the next one?
In practice, you got to have a short memory. Sometimes you get beat up, sometimes you don't. But you have to believe that you're the best man of the night.
And Tovar looking to prove himself as the best man of the night as McNair rains down an overhand left, and Tovar looks to rain back with one of his own. McNair lands a strike. Tovar trying to finish this one.
Johnny the Bull Santore with the first round knockout. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to see. Co-host Michael, were you able to?
Yes, it looked like Tovar was able to get him with an uppercut there. McNair was trying to shoot, trying to apply that pressure, and it seemed that he got caught, was able to rain down that ground and pound, and wow, we have a new welterweight champion over here in the 661.
Something that is extremely funny. Dan Henderson S with that uppercut from Fedor Emelianenko. And this crowd is absolutely loving this.
Yes, and it looks to be like there is many supporters here for the likes of the man himself, who they call El Toro, Jonathan Tovar, climbing to 3-1 here at Bakersfield Combat as he makes his return after a 2-year layoff. What do you have to say, Rafael?
Thank you for correcting me, Michael. El Toro, not the bull. It's Spanish, and thank you for reminding me that.
Of course, of course.
But a great finish by Johnny Santore. Fought some adversity in the first round. Got controlled, but knew that takedown, that panic shot was coming, and landed that uppercut and some ground and pound strikes.
Jonathan Santore now climbing to 3-1. Billy McNair falling down to the 3-2 and putting a loss once again in that column. But a performance there from McNair that he should not be ashamed of. Got caught, but was applying the pressure there in the first round and was well on his way to having a very good performance in the second.
Oh yeah, I called this when I told you it wasn't going all 3 rounds. Between both of these fighters, they're way too explosive, way too muscular. It just goes to show you that power is everything. I trained with Johnny. I felt that power. I know exactly how hard he hits. Yes. But one touch from him is the death touch.
Yeah, he was able to apply the touch of the Reaper as he was able to get the finish there in the second round. And Jim Cooley is trying to get all fans seated after these fans are in a uproar after the knockout of Billy McNair in the second round to crown the new welterweight champion, Johnny Santore, or the man himself that they like to call him out here in the 661, El Toro. As we now look to take it over to Jim Cooley for the official fight announcement.
Ladies and gentlemen, just 24 seconds of the second round. Referee John Toro calls a stop to this contest. Your winner, via knockout. And new Bakersfield Combat champion, El Toro,
And it looks to be a great night for all Bakersfield fight fans. We're, I believe, what, 4 or 5-1?
I believe you guys are 4-1 so far on the evening. You guys having Benuelas, having Cortez, as well as having another member of the Scrap Pack Jiu-Jitsu family winning, and now having Tovar as champion. You guys have been killing it out here tonight. Burgos, now Cortez, Tovar, the Benuelas, the list can go on out here. You guys have been killing it for the 661 tonight.
Unfortunately, I can no longer make fun of him for being titleless.
You can also not make fun of him for that mask, because it seems like that mask has performed some wonders here, and he was able to earn the knockout victory in the first round, or in the second round, correction, over here at Bakersfield Combat.
Beautiful second round finish, beautiful setup, and great